Hi guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? So I broke a string during that Aerosmith take. Um, so I decided to go live changing it. I don't know. It's just one string. I could change all of them, but I don't think they're old really. I don't think they all need changing. I think I'm just going to change the one, and then I'll have if every time a string breaks, as long as it's not if I have that string, I can just do one at a time rather than every time a string breaks, I gotta put all the strings on. So I broke the A string, fifth string, so I'm gonna go. I'm live while I change it, and I could rant while I'm doing this. I use Ernie Ball 9 to 42s. So I broke the fifth string, which is the gauge 32. So I'll save the others in case I break any of the other five. I'll have these. Yeah. So I've never learned those Aerosmith songs I just played until today. But that first Aerosmith, all those songs I did just now came from the first Aerosmith album, just titled Aerosmith. Came out in 1973. It's one of the first 8 tracks I ever heard of rock and roll when I was 9 years old, which was 50 years ago. And that was my favorite of the 3 that my cousin had. She had Aerosmith, Peter Frampton Comes Alive, and Best of BTO, Popcorn Turner Overdrive. And that was my favorite one. And I've never even learned those songs till today. I go with the feel, and I skipped a few parts here and there. Like I could have done better. I could have done perfect. I could have even practiced it more, and I could have just, done all that, but I didn't. I just went for the flow. And when I do a take like that, and I see that I missed a part here and there, I know it better for next time. Like it's not just one take, and that's the only chance I'm ever going to get to play those songs. Next time I play them, I'll go, oh, I forgot that part last time I did it, and next time I'll know it more, And my asshole neighbor, while I was playing, you can't hear it on the tape, on the video, because I watched it. You can't hear it, but he banged on my window about the noise. And that startled me for a second, but I just kept playing. First of all, he's an asshole. Second of all, he has no right to come on my property. I never said he could come on my property and bang on my window, did I? And also, I think he tears up my garage door. Either he does that or he lets someone else do it, but I don't think there's anybody else doing it. I can't prove that because I don't use security cameras, and I haven't caught him doing it. But the back gate to my backyard just gets torn up more and more. The lock doesn't even work because the board that the way it bolts on closes the door is broken. The door itself is broken, so the lock doesn't even help. I think he tears it up all the time. It's either that or someone else does it, and he's not telling me about it. If someone else is, he's not telling me, but I don't think it is. I think it's him doing it. And he's an asshole. I don't care. Just bring it on. He's a loser, first of all. He has to have his peace and quiet so he can die in his older years, huh? What a loser. But whatever. He's the one banging on my door, not me. I don't come on his property and bang on his window. I never said he could come on my property. Never said that. So the string comes off. The old one, I twist it up like this. But those takes weren't perfect, but like I said, I learned it better for next time, and I kind of like the vibe I did. I think I did okay. If I listen back to it, like I do when I do the songs trilogies, I listen back. If I can hear it, if I can listen to it, and I get through it, then it's good enough for me. You guys want the record? Listen to the record. I mean, watch this. I can play the radio. I'm great. I can play the radio. Well, okay, listen to the radio. Like they say about AI taking over the world, the AIs can imitate anything, but they can't do something original truly of themselves very easily. You can say to an AI, play like Jimi Hendrix, and he can do it. He'll study it and he'll play like, but now if you say, play like no one else has played before, the AI can't do that. AIs can't do something truly original very easily. They can only imitate what's already been done. And something tells me that I'm doing something that might be more original than not. That it can be copied by an AI, but I didn't copy anyone to be me. I just did me. So Whatever, I'm just ranting. So I take cut the ball off the string, and I hope I got the right string. I was talking. Yeah, 32 gauge. Yeah, because 42 is the low E. Yeah, I did it right. Then I tighten it in the bridge here. And I use a whammy bar to keep the bridge kind of straight. People sometimes put a eraser in there or something, but why do that if you can just hold a whammy bar? I don't know. It's just what I do. So I want to make sure wait. I think I got it in there right. I think that's in there right. I could have checked the pin to make sure it's in there right, but I'm going to trust it's okay. Plus, I already did it. I already put it in. I think that's okay. It looks okay to me. Of course, I could take it out and try it. No, I'm all right. I like how I think I got the pin in right. So I haven't. Plus, he's the only one. This neighbor is the only one that's ever complained about my noise. He's the only one. No one else has ever said anything. Like I even had neighbors that say they can't even hear it when they're standing right outside my door when I'm playing. He's the only one that's ever even complained about that at all. Whatever. Okay, so you go under. Yeah, and then I use this string winder to wind it. If this is boring, I'm sorry. Don't watch it if you don't want to. It's okay. And I use a string winder to tighten it here. Maybe I'll do a little tour of another little tour of my equipment and my hippie room after I do the string here, so you guys just have something else to do while I'm on here live. Okay, get it all wound, and these are they call these dikes. They just clip the wires, and let's get it. Yeah, I don't think I need to do all the others. Plus, if I keep these other strings, if I break another string, I won't have to buy a whole new pack. I don't need to change all the strings every time I break a string. That's not necessary. So let me get. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to show you guys this. I was walking a while back, and I just happened to look on the ground and see this pick. It's a red Ernie Ball Jazz 3 pick. I was using these at the time. I was using Ernie Ball Prodigies. They're 2.0 millimeter, and they're bigger. And I just found this pick on the ground right here. And I said, well, something tells me to pick it up. So I picked it up, came home, tried it. I liked it. So I tried to get more just like it, but they only had the black ones. But then I tried the black ones, and I like them even better than the red ones. So now I use these black Jazz 3 Jim Dunlap Jazz 3 black picks, all because I found this on the ground just by chance or whatever. I think that's cool because chances of that is very low. You know, finding a pick that you're going to end up using because you find one on the ground when you're walking. I mean, that seems highly unlikely to me. To be a coincidence is what I'm saying. I think it's something meant to be there. So tune it up a little bit. Okay. And whenever you use your Allen wrench to tighten things, make it tight, but don't strip it. Of course, you guys know that. Don't just do it so tight it strips it, but yet do it pretty tight. That's okay. I think I got that in there right. And then just turn it up. I like to even out all the string tuners, the micro tuners here. There's the small tuning. Make them all level, and then tune the guitar. Oh, I don't have it all. I don't have all of them open, though. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well. But what you do is you tune it with that one. I shouldn't have untuned it like I just did. All right, stretch it a little bit. Seems good. And then when you think it's good and all that, just tighten it up. Let me make sure I got it all right here. A little, yeah, tighten it a little more there. When you pull on it, sometimes it loosens it up, and you have to tighten it again. I don't know why that is, but it makes space in there or something when you move it. Okay, then just tighten it on this, on the locking nut here, and then you're good. Since I'm live, I'll do a little tour of my hippie room again. So yeah, the guitar's all ready to go. Oh, also, rather than, so not only did I have my neighbor banging on my window without my permission to be on my property, but I broke a string, and I still finished the set. I didn't let that stop me. So I did, that's cool. So this is trash. This is trash. Where do I put it in? I don't know. I could do this. I could go put the string parts inside the paper. That way it isn't just on the floor for me to step on, which I probably would. Put it back in the paper. Can't even close it up because it has a little thing to close it on. Close it in there, so that's trashy. Oh, don't forget this part. That's the part you cut off. And then this is trash. And then I'll give you guys a little tour. So, yeah, put the dikes back in here. Just my string winder, I like this one. It's cool. Yeah, okay. Since I'm live, I'll give you guys a little tour. So, picks. All right, so let's do a little tour. I'm going to flip the camera so you don't have to just watch me. I'll show you my so this is it's my 3 whammy bars. I just leave them on the floor, and whenever I'm going to play, I just grab one I want. There's not one whammy bar for each guitar. I just grab one. And I have 7 stacks of CDs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And just tons of CDs, if I want to, that's how I do my music. I don't use tabs, and I don't like to use Pandora because I like to get it. It's not good quality. I like CDs better. I can control it more. Got all these. This is a TV. It only has DVD. It doesn't have internet. It doesn't have, I can't do YouTube on it. I just didn't put it in or whatever. It needs a Roku to do that. And I haven't bought one yet because I'm not a billionaire. And this is my second amp. I have lots of amps, but this is the second one in case I'm going to play 2 guitars at once, one in each hand. I have one here to do that with. And this is my favorite guitar. It's my pink Jim Jr. It's tuned to E flat. It's probably my second favorite is the white one tuned to D. So tuned down a whole step. And this is my third favorite guitar is the black Jim Jr. I tune it to E. This is my Jackson. Tune it to, I think right now it's tuned to E flat, I think. I like it. It's a good guitar. And then I got my Mutt guitar. It comes from two RG guitars that both were broken, and I made it and took miscellaneous parts from each and made one complete guitar out of it because the rest is just garbage. And this is my Ibanez 7-string slanted fret guitar. It doesn't have a whammy bar, but it's got slanted frets and 7 strings. And I got a few other CDs over here, just miscellaneous. I don't know this. And then I got these over here. There's some more. These are rock. These are jazz and classical over here. And my setup, it changed slightly. This is my whammy pedal. It's a Digitech whammy pedal. Yeah, I use it. I like it. It's the first thing in my chain. And then I got the Crybaby Wah-Wahs number 2. And then the digital delay is number 3. I used to have it as the last thing, but I don't anymore. The Mad said I should do it the way I do it now, and I finally realized I think he was right. And the Radarator is the 4th and last thing in the chain, and then it goes into the amp. It's my Marshall. I think it's a 20-watt tube amp. And this is my chakra poster. Julian Wright, my friend from the United Nations, gave me this poster. I like it. And then my Dal's daughter, I could call her my stepdaughter, but I'm not going to be presumptuous, gave me this guitar poster, which I like. It's my Nirvana poster, my Hendrix poster, Queen poster, Jim Morrison Doors poster, and I got my 8th grade pick with a frame holder that I made in shop class. There's Piggy, and then there's Neil Diamond. Some the guys at Spindles gave that to me because they say it looks like me, and that's Longfellow Piggy. And I think that's good enough for a tour. I could go through all these CDs, but whatever. You guys get the gist. So love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll. Okay.